said, my name is Pamela, but people call me Pam a lot. You can call me Pam too. I am a legal driver since the age of 13, and I've always been good. I'm actually a really good driver. I've driven around the state of Utah for nearly 30 years, working with UFOMT's Opera by Children program to urban to rural areas all throughout the state. And so I log about 35,000 miles annually. That's a lot of driving. And I've driven old cars. So periodically I have to swipe them out. In January of 2020, I needed to swipe out the car, and I got a new, the newest used car I've ever driven, a white 2014 Nissan Sentra. And I named it Turbo Pearl because it drove so smooth and zippy. So I drive through the canyon a lot. Sardine, you know Sardine Canyon. So you probably assume I have seen a lot of different things happen in that canyon. And you would assume correctly. Whiteouts, deer, like a whole herd of deer running across the highway in front of me. Yeah, that was a little spooky. They didn't get me. I didn't get them. So I'm the superior driver here, obviously. But, okay. So then I was furloughed, and Turbo Pearl became my commuter car daily through the canyon. Well, so that increases my chances of seeing the other experience that you have in Sardine, kind of crazy, weird drivers. So one day, I'm driving back from working, where I now work as a furloughed employee in Rose Park at Guadalupe Charter School. That's the Salt Lake area, teaching preschool. So I would leave at dawn from here, and I'd come back at dusk into Sardine Canyon. So I'm coming back, and I'm at the base of the hill, and there's this old red and white Chevy truck at the base of the hill climbing about 35 miles per hour. I am not patient enough to be behind Mr. Chevy at 35. So at the soonest opportunity, I go 40 and I pass him. I pull into the right lane. Now, Mr. Chevy seems to not like this, and he zooms around me at 60, and then pulls into me, cutting me off into the right lane. Well, that is not going to happen. I said no, because one night, late at night, there was a car full of hooligan teenagers who circled me all the way through Sardine Canyon to my front door. No, I'm not going to play this kind of game again. So I'm going to pass that Chevy. So I pull in at 65 and I pass him just to prove a point. And then he comes at 70, and we're just doing, and he did it again. And now we're getting close to Manaway. Manaway. But I'm going to pass that truck. So I am passing him again, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going. I'm just driving past that Chevy. And I zip right past him. Yep. Right by the waiting Salt Lake police car. Salt Lake police car. Salt Lake police car. So I then see Mr. Chevy drive by, and he's all smug. And I feel like it's a setup, right? And I'm just waiting for the lights to shine, which they do. I get pulled over, and I'm really kind of panicking, though. I reach quickly to the back seat to grab my purse, and I look at the lights, and the policeman is in front, and I see a silhouette, and he freezes. And I'm like, oh no! I turn quickly to the front of the car, and I put my hands on the wheel. The first question he asks when he gets to my passenger window is, ma'am, what were you doing? I said, just reaching for my purse, officer. And he's like, from now on, remember, when you're pulled over, you do nothing until you've been instructed. PSA for tonight. Okay, so then he says, do you commute and work in Brigham City? And I say, no, actually, I drive a little bit further than that. I go all the way to Rose Park to teach at Guadalupe Charter School. his eyes open up. He has this whole new demeanor, and he gets really chitty-chatty and friendly, and he goes, really? You work in Rose Park? I grew up in Rose Park. And he starts asking me about the Bee Stadium and all these favorite restaurants he used to go to, and he's asking to see if there's any other favorite things he loves that may have been changed or if they're the same. And we are just like neighbors having a little chit-chat, and it's really great. And then he asked me for my driver's license, which I'm expecting. And then he also asked me for my registration. So I reached for my glove compartment. Well, my first voyage with my Nissan was to Annabella, which is by Richfield. And I was taking my mom to see her sister. And so she was with me at that point, and she had stuffed 50 protein bars in that glove compartment. So when I opened it that time when I was pulled over, they came raining out, and that was a little embarrassing. So it was less dramatic. I was easily able to take my registration out and he had the license. The police officer had what he needed, and he went back to his car and he said he'd be right back. And he was right back. And then he said, you do know why I pulled you over, right? I was like, well, actually, yes, I do. Mr. Chevy in that red and white truck, he was playing a cat and mouse game with me, and he kept passing me, and I was for sure going to pass him, and I pulled over, and as I pulled over, I looked down, and I was going 80 miles per hour. And he's like, yes, that's right. Pause. Well, that truck was going fast. Pause. Well, I'll let you go. You're a nice old lady. Make sure to drive the speed limit and keep us all safe. So my question to you tonight is, was he naughty or nice?